to some local folks.
Oh, okay. So nobody I know.
No.
What's good thing about my investigation at Brumder is that all new people were there.
Yeah, and how was that?
They were all nice, very nice people. There was a family of 3. The mom is the one that was really into it, and now she's following me on Facebook. Then there was a woman who came on her own, and I met her at a CE5 event that I did recently.
Okay.
So she came, and then it was 2 like veteran ghost hunters. They do it in like northern Illinois, but I didn't. They're called Crystal Paranormal.
From Crystal Lake?
No,
I don't know.
no, I don't know why they call themselves.
I'm gonna say
Crystal.
like that's the only thing I can think of.
They said they're at the border, and they were yeah, they were nice. I've never met them before, but they were really nice. And Rob, did they say they were at my convention?
Which one?
The 2 investigators at Brumder?
Oh, those people.
Yeah.
I think they did, right?
Yeah, I
think they did. I think they were there.
yeah, I think they said that they were there, but I didn't meet them.
I think it was that you were talking to so many different people they didn't have an opening.
Right, yeah.
I think that's what they said.
Yeah. So, yeah, all new people. The only originals were Mike and Rob. And everybody else was new. But it was the OGs. But it was nice. It was nice because now they want to do other stuff that I'm doing.
Well, good.
So they're all coming to Conover Square. Yep. Are you gonna make it to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna be there. Kevin's gonna be there.
You guys are good, so.
Okay.
Started recording on it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the audio sounds good. So just make sure you haven't, like you're about to suck a cock. Just have the
Yes.
Yeah.
real close.
Yes.
Cock sucking.
Don't say what I'm gonna do tonight.
This is a foreshadowing.
Jesus Christ. Don't show my cards. I'm gonna say, is that gonna fall?
Just
Okay.
put it right here.
Yeah, that should be good there.
But yeah. So I'm putting my phone on. I'm not just trying to be rude. I'm putting my phone on.
Sorry, I'm trying to be rude, so.
Oh, okay. You okay? That's funny. Usual. Yeah. So Brumder was. How many people showed up?
Four
Okay.
4 of us.
Oh, that's good. And you're gonna be doing a regular base there.
Well, next month is gonna be like the make or break point. No one came last month because of Harley Fest.
Oh.
Says we're gonna be there. I'm like, no, you're not. I
And they
can
didn't.
guarantee you're not gonna be there.
Yeah.
And it was just me by myself.
Oh.
I was like, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, at least you don't live far.
I'll chalk this up. That's fine.
Yeah.
But next month, I have like nearly 30 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
I-
if I do the Facebook math,
Yeah.
I'll have 15.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I can guarantee I saw some of the people that I know that clicked that they're interested in going.
Yeah.
I know that.
I know.
Go.
I know.
know that-
There's some of them I'm like, you said this the last 3 months.
Yeah,
Don't like
that's how it is.
move the football on me on this one.
That's how it is. Okay, so when I met you, which was, oh God, when did I meet you?
I've actually been thinking about that the other day. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's like, I bet you Jeff's going to ask me this question. So I have 2 hypotheses. It was either
Is it hypothesis or hypotheses?
hypotheses, actually, you're correct. It's either one of the times we were at the spiritual church,
Yeah.
or when we went to it's the Rathaus in Waseca.
I think that is where I met you.
Okay.
I think it was the Roth House in Watseka, Illinois.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was that, and then after that, or the spiritual church and then that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because let's just say it's at the Roth House.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time, like, who is this character? who's Tony bringing here? Like, who is this person? You know, because I generally want to know
Yeah.
other people in the paranormal community,
No,
right?
you were thinking, God, I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
I mean, so because at that point, it was really Tony, Jennifer, and like maybe a handful of others.
Jason.
And Daniel.
Oh, Daniel.
Bald head guy. He lived in Rogers Park.
Oh, I don't remember him.
You'll know him. If you don't know him, then you would know him.
Okay.
I'll just say that. So there's only a handful of people that I really knew in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
So like anyone who's new, especially that Tony brings in,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of curious. I'm like, I haven't met that person. Who is that person? You
Why is he
what
here?
they do?
Get him out of here.
So yeah, and actually, you know, that also be my first time at the Roth House, too. So it was like seeing new people as well as, you know, what's this Roth House business and like
Yeah.
what's, you know, what makes this haunted.
I remember when hold on, Rob. Do you like it there, the camera?
Oh yeah, it actually looks great. Do you want to see it real quick? Or?
Yeah, actually, because people are gonna probably be because I kept looking in that direction when we first started recording because I'm in the corner of my eye. I'm seeing a light. I'm like, what is that light? But I keep forgetting you moved the camera. Hold on. Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Swedenborg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Although I assume
Sorry
Mike's
about
probably
that.
going to zoom it in, so you might not see. But it is nice that it's.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No.
Yes, I think it was the Roth House in Watsika that we met. So you know what I'm going to bring up at the Roth House? What?
Oh, the table.
The table, the table. All right, we got.
What about the table?
Oh, we got to tell the audience. Okay, so even before the
I can do
table
this for Edgar
incidents, yeah, well, it's kind of.
I know
like
this is
that.
a little looser.
Yeah. The Roth House is actually really interesting.
It is.
I feel like it's genuinely haunted.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I want to go there without that many people, and
Yeah.
go there with a smaller crew next time and feel its full potential.
Yeah. I should set that up.
You should.
Yeah. Me, you, Mike, not Rob, and yeah, we'll figure
Yeah.
something out. But so at the Roth House. Okay, let me tell you my side of the story.
No, please.
And then you go. Okay.
No, please.
So, there was about 10 altogether, maybe. No, more.
A little bit more, I was going to say, because it felt like 20. But that could be me.
I'd say just under 20, maybe
Yeah.
something like that. Okay, maybe just under 20 people. We were ghost investigating at the haunted Roth House in Watsika, Illinois, which is known for a spirit possession.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a demonic spirit. It
Mm-mm.
was the spirit of a deceased teenage girl was inhabiting the body of a living teenage girl. And it was really big during its time. It made all the newspapers around the country. And then all the journalists descended on Watsika, Illinois, and they
Mhm.
were interviewing the parents and the girl, asking her questions. And allegedly, the journalists were saying that, you know, she was giving them answers that she couldn't have known.
Right.
So who knows? But when we were ghost investigating, somebody said like, oh, let's do a seance.
Mm-hmm.
And me, you know, I'm in the paranormal. You know, I keep an open mind, but I have this healthy dose of skepticism, especially when it comes to channeling and seances and psychic ability. So I hear that, I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And I'm still exploring the house, and I go upstairs while not everybody, but people are doing a seance in the parlor.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in one of the rooms, and I'm literally just laying down in the bed, just trying to take in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
A couple minutes in, somebody tells me, "Oh, they're getting some good results in the seance," and I was like, "Oh yeah," and then she goes, "Yeah." I go, "Okay, I'll check it out," and I just very nonchalantly was like, "Okay, well, let's go see what's going on." I was totally skeptical. Now I'm going down the staircase to the parlor.
Yeah.
And before I even get down all the way, downstairs, I see you guys around the table. There's about 6 of you around the table, correct?
Yes, because it wasn't a regular card table or 4 people. So yeah, there had to have been 6.
It was a round table as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And a friend of mine, Christine, who is a medium,
Yes.
she was heading the seance. And so I'm looking, and I see the table shaking. To demonstrate, it was like this. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to break anything, but it was shaking like noticeably. And I was like, all right, what's going on here really though? But I knew all of you guys around the table, and I know I was like, I don't think they would be doing that, but like something has to be going on. So what I do is I go by you guys that are doing the seance, and sorry about that. And I am literally walking around the table as it's shaking.
Yeah.
All of you guys have your eyes closed. Nobody even sees me. And I'm walking around the table trying to see, like, is anybody doing anything? Like, maybe even accidentally. What I do is I put my head under the table because I want to see if anybody's feet or legs are moving. You know how like people are just like not paying attention,
Right.
and they have that shaky leg syndrome. Maybe that's what's going on. Nothing. Now all you guys also had your fingertips on the
Right.
table.
Just like this.
I literally put my face by all of your hands because I wanted to see if anybody's like maybe slightly shaking the table
Right.
that way. Nothing. I'm not coming up with anything. I'm trying to think of this logically. I'm trying to find a rational explanation.
Yeah.
There was a woman that was she actually turned out to be a friend of Christine's, who was a skeptic too. Not Christine, her friend. And the woman was not part of the seance, but she was standing off to the side. So I go to her, and she's watching you guys, and I go by her. I go, do you see this? And then she goes, yeah, I see it. And then I said, how is this happening? And she goes, I don't know. So what I did is I slowly, like very like dramatically, like it was a movie, I slowly reach my arm out, and the tip of my fingers touch the table. And as soon as it touches the table, just like this, the table jerks back. It slightly, not powerfully, but slightly hits Christine and stops. And Christine, everybody's eyes open. You guys open your eyes. Christine goes, Jack, did you push the table? I go, no. And a woman there, she's like, no, he didn't do that. And then and that was it. And you guys were like, oh, that was weird. And you guys just moved on with your life. Well, the whole night I was like, what the hell just happened? All right, nobody wants to hear me talk anymore, though. Now you have to tell your side of the events.
So as you said, Christine led that, and that was actually my very, very first table tipping session. I hadn't even heard table tipping before, but I'm really into new things. I go, why not? Let's try it, because I was kind of skeptical about table tipping to begin with, because I think what people don't know during the spiritualist movement,
Yeah.
because I don't know if you know this, so like in table tipping, there used to be a little crook on the leg table, and someone would use their foot
Right.
and press it down to make the table
Yeah.
move.
If they were frauds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That, to your testament,
Yeah.
never happened.
No.
And so, as you said, we put our fingertips like on the table and close our eyes. If I remember right, there was like some breathing exercises, and
Yeah.
and Christine, was talk about the energies and the spirits coming in. And what I recall is just like this circuitry coming all through
Right.
us,
And I need to say that just for the audience, table tipping is the idea of conducting the seance. You have your fingertips on the table, and
Yeah.
the table allegedly will like spin around,
Exactly.
and it's the spirits contacting
Yeah.
you guys. But go ahead.
Yeah, and so to that point, a few minutes into it, like you can feel like a vibration like on the table,
Mm.
and then like this gradual like shifting of the table, and then all of a sudden it's rocking.
Uh-huh.
And if I remember right, like it was almost to the point of like legs were almost off the ground,
Uh-huh. Yep.
rocking, and because I remember like I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out if other people are doing this, and I'm just going with the flow, And I'm like, no, this is like a legit thing, and I have no idea what's going on. Now, this is like even my early days of practicing as a medium.
Yeah.
So, like, at that point, I go, so is this what it means to be a medium? Is this
Right.
so I had like so many questions at that time, and I really want to like replicate that, I mean, maybe at the Roth House or anywhere really,
Yeah.
and see like
We should.
how this really does it, because it can't be. I mean, it probably can be a one-off thing, but if you, I guess, have certain people there
Yeah.
who are open and willing to do it, then I think you can replicate something like that.
Yeah. What's interesting is that I think what you said is important. The people that are participating. Now, I feel like if I was participating, it wouldn't have happened, because just the way that my mind works.
Mm-hmm.
But people that are like more open to it, that, because I remember everybody that was there did have a pretty open mind to that kind of thing.
Yeah, other than myself and Christine, there were others who were either mediums
Mhm.
or just believers in the paranormal.
Yeah.
Because at that moment, I just thought it was just Christine being the expert
Right.
medium that she is and everything, and following her lead. But then again, like I said, feeling like this electricity circling
So that's interesting. So you felt like electricity when you were
through people, not on the table. It was more the vibration on the table, like feeling it, like the table moving.
So when you say you felt it, how did you feel it? Like,
Well, as you said, it's like 6 people.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm here, and I kind of feel like energy flowing through people. I guess anyone who does Reiki, would probably also understand that when you like put your hands over someone, like
Mhm.
you can feel that energy,
Okay.
onto someone. That's like the closest thing I can describe it.
did it
is-
feel like a touch or like static or
It was more static.
static?
Yeah.
That's
So yeah, it
interesting.
was because and I wish I can recall what Christine said, because I feel like that's like the important piece as to how she like opened up,
Mhm.
a spiritual realm, or allowing certain energies to come in order for that activity to
Yeah.
happen.
Now I feel like when I touched the table, I broke that that ring, that power ring. That
And
was
you
there.
and you could have well have,
Yeah.
because as you said, you're someone who's probably more not apt to participate in the circle.
Right.
So the kind of energy you bring in was more like a resistor. It's
Mhm.
like, yep, we're done.
Interesting. Yeah. I feel like that's what happened, to be honest with you, because I mean, you guys were really in deep concentration.
Yeah.
Like nobody opened their eyes. I remember that. if you did, it was before I got there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was more like a trance-like state,
Yeah.
because again, it was a meditation,
Hmm.
and because it was such a deep meditation, like trying to be connected to what we were doing, and because of that is when you having this energy happening. So it could have been like all of us individually were creating energy, and
Yeah.
then that then just started becoming more of a conductor with everyone else and allow the table to do anything. What I would like to see is almost like a pendulum. Can you ask questions with the table?
Mm.
Yes, no, or whatever can happen. Because I wonder if that's a possibility, or if table tipping is just that mere
Right.
thing.
That should be something you try out or we try out.
Yeah.
I'd really like to do that. Even if I'm not like the one participating, I want to be like a bystander.
Mm-hmm,
You know. So I've done other seances with Christine and nothing has happened. Like it was like that. It's just like a moment of like gold at the Roth House. So that was really fun. And besides that, I don't think we got too much else at the Roth House, actually.
The only thing I got at the Roth House was, so if you remember, in one room there was a Ouija board,
Yeah, I remember.
and I'm not a fan of Ouija boards,
Right.
um,
But you were playing.
particularly that day, and for whatever reason, Spirit moved me to say, put your hand on it, and I just did,
Yeah.
and that was like,
Yeah.
this is so cold. Why is it cold? Oh, I hope this is not a portal happening. What's going on here? I'm now like scared. Like I
Yeah.
did something. I'm like, put this back in the box because this is not going to go very well. And I can remember like my hand like not moving,
Right.
and this like gradually was like peeling off the board. I was like, that was weird. I don't know what that is. I got to reflect on this. Someone took a shot of me that way. And if you remember, there were like these big picture windows
Right,
in the
yeah.
back. And in the corner, someone sent me a photo. I'm like, yeah, you can see me sweating. Like, thanks.
I think that was me.
Was it you?
I think that was me that took that picture.
Okay. Because I was wondering who it was. I don't know if it was you
Yeah.
or Sadie, because maybe you then sent it to me or
Right.
someone,
I
because
think it was me.
it's like, and I'm like what? And I'm like, enlarging. There's like a woman hovering
Yeah.
from so for the audience, so this room is actually off the ground.
Right.
There's no ground whatsoever. So there's an image of looks like a full body woman in a window where she's essentially levitating
Yeah.
outside, or she could have been inside.
And we should say it's not that clear. It's,
No.
It's a little bit
No, but you can tell some sort of
Yeah.
silhouette of
It's,
a human.
and I think that's what happened. I didn't see the image. I took the picture, but Sadie is the one that brought up
Okay.
the image.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how it went down.
All right.
But yeah, there a woman there. And I had another experience at the Rough House, but at a different day, when a friend of mine, Neil Gibbons, he did a paranormal like little expo at the Rough House.
Last October.
Y-
Last year?
Well, no, he did that one as well. But
Okay.
I'm talking. This was like maybe 3 years ago.
Okay.
So he was doing that, and I got there in the morning. Him and I, we went together. We got there in the morning. So we got there, and he goes, "Hey, can you fill this up?" I forgot what it was, honestly. It was some basket. He said, "Can you fill it up with something?" Maybe, I think it was ice. Can you go get ice? So I hadn't gone inside the house yet. We had just gotten there. So I go in the front and I see a woman sitting down in a window, and I was gonna knock and say, "Hey, can you let me in?" But I felt like that was a little too like rude. So I was like, I'll just knock on the door like a regular person. And I did, and I was knocking, and nobody answered. I'm like, dude, you're sitting right there, but you can't open the door for me. So I'm like, okay. So I went by the window again, nobody there, and I didn't think anything of it. I went around the back, which was unlocked, and then I didn't know who this woman was. I go, oh, because I know the owner John, right?
Okay, yeah.
I thought maybe it's a friend of John, so I went to go introduce myself and say, hey, can I get some ice? And when I went into the parlor, nobody was there. Like, I was like, huh, interesting. Now, part of me was thinking, like, maybe at some point between me being in the front and going in the back, she moved, like, to the
Sure.
backyard or something, but I never saw her the rest of the day. So I still remember how she looks, which is just, she had hair, 2 hair strands going down like this, a middle-aged woman wearing black, and I never saw her after that. Wow. So it's, I don't know. I don't want to say it's a ghost, but it was interesting is what it was. Wow. So, yeah. That's an interesting place, isn't it?
It is a very interesting place. One of many great places to investigate over and over and over again, just to figure out like what happens.
Now, this is before you.
It's that woman.
Sorry, they keep calling me. Sorry. We'll have to edit this out, but I just need to see who. I'm not going to answer.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just like, what do you want?
No, we're keeping it in.
Oh, we're keeping it in.
Yeah, unedited, raw. It's like
It's for the content.
you see that Friday the 13th, the original movie, where the one lady makes the coffee,
Yeah.
and it's not edited at all. It's just one single take of a lady making coffee for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's this.
It was 3 different people contacting me. Sorry about that.
That's
Adrian.
fine.
I usually I just ignore it, but it was like so much where I was like, what's going on? Oh my fucking. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn it off all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. There you go. Okay.
It's when Jack and I get together. It's when spirits just come alive.
Yeah, that's what happens. I honestly, and that's a good point. I honestly feel like every time you and I get together, and I'm not even like the psychic or spiritual, but like I feel like things happen.
Mm-hmm.
I really do feel like things happen.
Oh no, for sure.
I don't know if it's our chemistry. We have something.
I subscribe to the idea that when you have certain people together,
Yeah.
that they will bring out certain energies
For sure.
in a space and everything.
Yeah.
Now we can do a whole experiment of like a room full of skeptics versus a room full of believers and see who can bring out what, and then
That would
mix
be a
them up
good
and all that,
experiment. Yeah.
But if I really had to guess about it, you can still have a healthy amount of skeptics and a healthy amount of believers
Yeah.
and put them in the same room, and you'll still get like the results. But I also think the other variable is the location itself. So something like Villisca, you're going to walk away out of there with something,
Right.
Yeah. If you go to someone's house, like what's the likelihood of getting anything,
Yeah.
Unless it's like a very active house where as soon as you walk in, like cups are going to fly out of the cupboard,
Right.
Yeah. And if that happens, I'm like, no,
All right.
I believe you.
and it's funny because it's not even necessarily. Here's the thing: it's not even necessarily parent, even though that too. But when we get together, it's always just something goofy that happens. When we went to Conover Square, one of the first things that happened to us when you and I went upstairs is the bat.
Yes.
The bat was just like swooping down on us. And then later on, when you and I were separate and I was in the same spot, nothing.
Yeah.
So it's things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that happens with Rob and I. We're like we'll go out and it's like some adventure pulls us in a certain direction, you know. But it's I don't know. You're
Yeah.
right. It's there's something about chemistry. There's something about energy. Things just happen like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know. Going back just briefly to the Rough House, I just want to say like, so I met you before you came out as came out of the closet. No, came out as psychic.
Yeah.
So this has been a really interesting like transition to see. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it like in front of me
Mm-hmm.
happen gradually.
No, I think you. I know you are one, probably the very few, have seen this journey
Yeah.
and seen what happens. So I'm now kind of curious now as you brought this up.
Yeah.
Your observations from the time you met me till now.
Yeah.
What do you think that journey looks like in your eyes?
I've been fascinated by it because I knew you just as somebody who is a ghost hunter
Mm-hmm.
and not any psychic, not intuitive, just somebody who goes ghost hunting. That you just enjoyed it, and
Right.
you know, and so, and you know, we've always gotten along. I've always seen you as a friend, and that was the extent of it, you know. And then slowly, it was like you would say things like, "Oh, I picked up on this," or I feel like this is happening, or I'm getting a feeling about this thing. So it was little things like that, and I noticed it. You know, it was very gradual,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, huh, and I didn't think about it too deeply, to be honest. But it was in the back of my mind,
And that's fine.
yeah. But it was there. I was like, oh, that's interesting that he, he's talking almost like the psychics that I know, you know. And then I think it was at some point you mentioned to me that you're taking, what was it, an intuitive class or?
Yeah, so when I moved back to Milwaukee and I came across this occult store which was called Altar.
Okay.
And Altar had not only just like divination tools and the crystals and all that stuff that everyone knows and loves and buys and everything, but they also had like readers and channelers and other seers and everything. And one of the owners was like, "Oh, you need to link up with Kevin, who
Yeah.
runs an intuition class." And I go, well, "What's an intuition class?" He every month has an intuition circle where people practice their intuition. And I'm like, "Oh, so we're going to be in a circle like,
Right.
here's a card.
Right.
Is it a blue square or a red circle, you know?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I go, "Fine, whatever." No, first day, there's about 15 in the room, including myself. And Kim was like, "Okay, all of you versus me in Battleship." It's like, okay. Kevin puts their ships, we put our so collectively we put our ships together. It's like
Battleship. That's
and so,
interesting,
like,
yeah.
E4. He's like, "Okay, G6," and he would beat us. and we're not even close.
Wow.
And I'm like, who is this wizard? Like,
yeah.
and so that started becoming more of a gradual mentorship and friendship with Kevin about these intuition circles. And I guess he has seen some progress because he puts me and others into his more advanced intuition circle where,
Yeah.
like, how do we do stuff out and about and everything. And, like, how do we, like, hone in when we're trying to hear spirit or spirit guides or whoever in spaces and everything. And, yeah, because, I mean, starting out as a medium and now that you mention it, I'd like to hear Tony's takes. Tony's the other person who's kind of seen me.
Right.
Because, like, one of the times the first time I went to the spiritual church in Berwyn is when I message Tony 3 days before going there. I go, I don't know if this is a usual thing, but I saw a vision of the church. It was in the basement. There was a brick room. Girl in a white dress. She's kind of hunched over, back towards me, and she's crying. And all Tony says, I'll see you Saturday. Get to the church. He does his thing. And he goes, follow me. Takes me to the basement. I'm like, oh, I am going to do something if there's a brick room.
Yeah.
And he takes me to the room, which is now like a washroom, but used to be the morgue of this church. I said, okay. He goes, this is the only room that would have had a brick wall. I go, really? He goes, yeah. So where was this girl? I'm like, I don't know, somewhere like here. And she's like hunched over and
Yeah.
back to me, and she's crying. And this is when he's telling about the Eastland disaster, and this could have been like a child of a family member who died, or maybe the kids who died on the Eastland. And so I didn't even know any of that, and that got me more and more intrigued as to like, what is this like thing I have that I can see things, hear things, and how does this play a role into my paranormal investigation, and it's been a fun ride, trying to be like the investigator that I try to be, but then every now and then it's like, I'm like, oh, so there's a woman in that other room, right?
Yeah. So
it's kind of interesting.
and fast forward to what's up?
Wasn't it a Brumter? It was you, right? We talked and you guessed the name right of someone.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
bring that up.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, that just hit me. I
Yep.
remember that.
So we were from the mansion, what Rob is talking about, right? And I, at one point, I had done my presentation already, but I didn't mention, a certain name.
Mm-mm.
And, in the middle of the investigation, we're in the parlor, a couple of us, and then you said, how did you word it? You said, something to...
No, I said, so we were up in George's room,
Yeah.
and I go, these two words came in my head, and they don't make sense.
Yeah.
And I apologize for what I'm about to say.
Yes.
And all I get is ant and pussy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the look on your face, which I thought you're like going to laugh at me. And you're like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
And I repeat it. And you're like, how do you know that? I'm like, I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, I think so here's the thing for the audience. There's a ghost that they nicknamed Aunt Pussy.
Mm-hmm.
That was just her nickname, right? It was a term of endearment. It wasn't like a vulgar name.
Right, which is why in my mind, like, that makes no sense.
And so you said like, yeah, you asked me that, and then my first reaction was like, oh yeah, no, he like read something online about it. So, and then I think I said something. I think the first thing I said was like, I was like, yeah, and I go, how did you? Something like, I think, how did you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I expected you to say, yeah, I was reading about it. And then you said, no, you didn't read anything about it. And I go, well, then how did you know? And you're like, the name just came to me. And I was like, what do you mean the name just came to you? I'm like, there's no way. Because it's funny, because this Aunt Pussy ghost, if you read the articles online about the hauntings in Brumden Mansion, not all the articles mention her. There's like one or two articles that mention her. So you'd really have to like dig in to even find that. And it's like, and I know you, I've known you for a couple of years. You're like, if you say you didn't do research on it, then you didn't do research on it.
No, because I used to be someone who's like, I want to do my research just to get context of the place so I know what I'm getting myself into. And then I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Because, like, no, I want to know when I go in there what is going to happen. and wherever I have like EVPs or any devices that we use, and then if someone says, "Well, that's because of this,"
Right.
it's like, really, that's interesting, and even with my own mediumship abilities, like if I like with this and pussy,
Yeah.
like if that's like, that's why I'm like, I don't know why these two things go together, or these are two separate things.
You're like, maybe I'm just horny or something.
I know, it's like what's going on here? Like I don't know. This is weird even for me. It's like and so yeah, so getting your reaction of that, it's like okay.
Yeah, I was very taken aback by it. I go, there's no way you could have known that if you didn't look it up or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, that was fascinating. I remember I thought about it the rest of the night. That was really interesting.
Yeah, and Brumner Mansion is one of those even more fascinating places because you have so layered history
Yeah,
in there between the family who used to live there, the speakeasy,
yeah,
the brothel,
right.
and a few other things that have gone on in that building, which leads to like several questions, like how do you have like this layered residual history happening going on here, as well as like, do these spirits like see each other? Are they separate?
Yeah,
Are they in separate, dare we say, timelines in the
Yeah.
afterlife? Like, what's going on here, Because anyone who goes in the basement, which is a theater, and there's a tunnel where the mob would do things in that
right.
tunnel there, it's just like they just stay down there.
Yeah,
And the family's just upstairs.
yeah,
As if it's like, this is our space, that's your space, and we don't go up and you don't go down.
Well, the owner, who's very intuitive, thinks that it's kind of like a paranormal highway.
Yeah.
That there's portal areas. She actually pointed out some of the portal areas in the house
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah, yeah. And one of them is in a tunnel, and another one is oddly enough by the pantry upstairs. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah, like in the back, like it's we don't really go back there, but
Yeah.
And so yeah, it is interesting. So that was fascinating
Mhm.
to for you to say, and that started this whole thing for me. Looking at what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, there's something going on here, and it was after I think you had started in maybe second classes at that time already. Have you? But I
Yeah,
didn't
at
know
that
about it.
time. Well, no. At that time, no.
Okay.
At Brumder, no. The
Yeah.
first time, no.
Okay, so then it was sometime afterwards.
Yes. The second time.
I remember you messaged me and
Mhm.
said, yeah, I'm taking these classes, and I go, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then started this whole thing. So now, right now, how far are you into your psychic development?
Oh, I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm like reading for people.
Oh, wow.
I've read at a festival in Milwaukee called Bastille Days, where I've read about 30 people
Yeah.
at that festival. I'm going to be reading again next month at another festival called Bayview Bash. I'm going to be reading people there. Altar, they even offered me like a spot to read there also.
Yeah.
So I use the tarot, I use the oracle cards, but I also use pendulum. But sometimes it's just like sitting down and just like having a conversation with someone and be like, so tell me about, who's Barbara? Like, why is Barbara like important in your life and everything?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that was like my stepmother, who used to live in California, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, she's here. She loves you.
So how has this journey been for you?
It's very fascinating. It's the weird part is when you turn something on like that. And I've learned to be better about it, but sometimes it just doesn't turn off
Right.
to the point where like Like I can be laying in bed. I'm like, there's someone in the hallway. I'm like, I can't bother with it. It's like I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, and but you learn also try to put like some sort of like mental boundary up. You know, or if you're also really connected with spirits, it's like I really want to help you, but I have office hours, you know, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, you know.
Right.
So it's been like fascinating from like understanding like why do words and numbers are in my mind to now like connecting things to like spirits at locations and spirits with other people. It's been just such a fascinating journey, and you know, and I think it has helped me also a lot in my own paranormal research and investigation to like understand a space, to understand spirits better.
Yeah.
You know, because the thing that I've always been concerned about as an investigator, at least, is like we go to those locations, and sometimes we cannot help to treat these locations as zoos.
Mm-hmm.
So we go there, say Brumder.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, mob guy, do
Right.
something. Okay, lady upstairs, do something. You know, and we don't mean to do that, and we try not to do that because we're trying to understand.
Yeah.
Is there an afterlife? Is there a veil? Is there whatever we call it? You know, like what happens? And if these spirits aren't intelligent enough to like give us messages, then what is those messages? And can we have like real communication with it and everything? So as you know, being a medium and do investigations, you know, it kind of helps me a lot better. It's like I just feel sad in this room all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just feel really sad. One of those times when I was at Ashmore Estates.
Okay.
Ashmore Estates down in Ashmore, Illinois, which is near Charleston, Illinois, and central Illinois.
Yeah.
Was a poor farm, but was also a state asylum on the third floor. So like we're downstairs, and I feel fine and feel connected with. There's a girl down there, and connecting with her and everything. But by the time I go upstairs, like I just feel totally drained, and I feel frustrated, and I feel anger. And I go, why is my mood just change from the time we were downstairs by the time we come upstairs? And by the time I left that upstairs space to go back down, I like it all went away. It's like what is going on? Go back up and get those feelings again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I feeling that residual energy of like the staff that work there or those with mental illnesses, you know,
Right, yeah.
that I'm feeling? And if so, like, how can I best communicate this to people presently, you know? And at the time, I didn't know what to do with that information. Whereas now, it's like I'm feeling a patient. He feels frustrated. He doesn't know why he's here,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't know, and he is want to know if he's dead or not. So, so with that journey, this has like really helped me a lot to.
Are you now when you do feel that? Are you able to communicate back to them? Are you able to let them know?
I mean, to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
I mean, I have friends who are better channelers that can
Okay,
do
sure.
that.
Yep.
Whereas, like, I'm just receiving messages
Okay.
and just letting y'all know, like, here's what's happening and everything. Whereas, like, if you ask me some, like, it's like, say, hey, is Bob in the room? And like, what is it, Bob? So Bob isn't letting me know about this. What?
What, Bob? What are you saying?
So, I mean, but I have friends who can do that.
Bob, shut the hell up. Okay? God.
So, I mean, I have friends who can do that a lot better.
Yeah.
My friend Laura, Laura and Kay, my friend Kay, who's actually an absolute blast. not only she like channels it, but will even tell you is like, and this is what they're saying,
Yeah.
and all this. Hold on. Now they're telling me
Right.
hear what's going on and everything. And I'm like, I would love to know how to do that better, but I'm fine right now with receiving messages and just
Well, I'm sure that in itself is a lot.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
It's, you're just soaking it in. Right now, I feel like you're still in the process of just like trying to compartmentalize
Mhm.
all the receiving
Yeah.
that you're getting.
oh yeah,
Because the next step is like an added, added work,
yeah.
and that is probably psychically exhausting too.
Oh, it is.
You know?
I was asked to do a house blessing in Milwaukee, where the people who are actually doing the house blessing, they just wanted me there to see where the spirits are at. I'm like, oh, they're in the basement. So we go to the basement. They go, where in the basement? I go, oh, they're in that corner. And it's like we're cleansing the space and everything. And they go, what now? It's like, they're gone. What you did, they're gone.
Oh, wow. What did you do?
They do a lot. So I was there again just to sense the place and to see if there's a spirit there or not.
Okay, so you didn't do any of those.
No, my friends were doing the whole
Cleansing.
using like rosemary and
Yeah.
drumming and all that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
If you ever do one around here, you should invite me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to.
That'd be awesome. Okay, I have a question. This part we can edit out if you don't want to.
Okay.
But I want to ask, and we won't say her name, but I want to ask about your ex.
I don't mind talking about it. I really don't.
Well, the reason why I want to talk about it is because of the stuff that you said that that was around her.
Oh no. No.
So can we go into that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna say her name.
No. It's no. It's okay. So you were dating somebody, maybe about a year ago, 2 years ago.
Oh yeah. Thank you. 2 years ago.
Yes.
I was doing the math in my head. I'm like,
I keep track of your relationships.
good. I'm glad someone is.
Somebody has to. You were dating somebody 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and it's I don't know them too well. I know them a little bit, but it was it didn't last long.
Mm-mm.
And when it was a relationship, it seemed like it was pretty toxic, and it seemed like, and I'll let you talk right now, but
No.
it seemed like it was a mixture of just her personality and who she was, but also the spiritual practices that she was doing.
No, for sure. And so like provided like my side of what happened.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will say is what was really nice about it is being with someone who had like similar abilities.
Yep.
And actually talking to somebody about it. And there was some very healthy conversations about like, okay, here's what I'm experiencing. Is that your experience? Okay, can you show me how to do this? So in a lot of ways, they were helping me also, and they were open to what I was experiencing and doing everything. So with that, that was like a really beautiful thing. However, this was the first time when you deal with someone with a different spiritual practice than mine, and when you're not used to that spiritual practice, and B, you're trying to really like be supportive and trying to say, okay, like what does this mean and all this. So it was really a really interesting like learning and being a part of it at the same time without like, okay, I need a break.
Yeah, without losing yourself.
I need to learn all this.
Right.
So, and because they were a priestess, and they're very active in their community and everything.
Yeah.
And they were doing readings essentially 24/7. You know, it was kind of hard to keep up. You know, but then that did lead to things that I was just really not comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like, okay, I really need to step back. And then towards the end, from my perspective, it was like I'm setting a boundary up. Was to take a break, and that didn't pan out well. It's like, okay, I just
Yeah.
don't see this is going to be a thing.
Well, one of the things I was really fascinated about when you were telling me originally was that you were feeling things around the both of you that was
Right.
coming from her.
Oh, no. So, yeah, I mean, there was some things with her spiritual practice that I was sensing. And I'm the person who, like, I'm reading books. I'm seeing things online, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm believing what they're telling me like these are. But I also need to know, okay, so what does this mean?
Right.
You know, who's a spirit guide again? Okay, so who's this person again?
Yeah.
This is my understanding, you know.
Yeah.
So why are they sitting on the edge of my bed
Right.
at 10 at night, you know? And she can, you know, obviously feel my spirit teams, you know, especially when I was like very firm on something.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, "Oh, your spirit person just told me just to back off. Like when they say this, like that's what they mean. So I hear you loud and clear." So yeah. So even like that, I mean, it was. I really wanted to explore more what that could be, but you know, the universe didn't want us to.
But it
Be
seems
together.
like when you were telling me that some of these spirits that were around you guys, like that was from her practices,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't seem very kosher.
No, I mean, at least that's the sense I got.
Yeah.
You know, it was like how dare you? Like, why are you around her?
Right.
Kind of thing. Even though I went through various steps to be like, okay, I really like her. I want to be around her.
Yeah.
So I need your permission to do this. So it almost felt like, okay, we'll give you permission. However,
Right. Yeah.
it's like, okay, I go, guys, I'm just learning here. I'm like, give me a break. You know, I mean, help me to help you.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm asking, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is all new to me, so I may like this or I may not. So I don't know until like give me like some sort of like leeway here.
Now, do you think that they, were just like pushing you aside because they just didn't like your personality, or were they themselves might have been malevolent?
So I think in part it was like they were trying to like push my buttons
Mm-hmm.
just to see like how it would react. And yeah, and I think because, you know, there was a commitment on her end that she wanted to be around them. You know, it's like, well, she's with us.
Right.
We're not with you. I'm like, I know this. You can be with
Yeah.
her. I'm not saying don't be with her. Let's just, you know, do what you need to do with her.
Yeah.
And when I'm here, let's just chat. That's all I'm asking. But we can't even do that.
Some of these spirits are very possessive.
They are. No,
Yeah.
I mean, there are. I mean, so, like, even though we have, like, spirit guides and we have our own spirits, our guardian angels, whatever you want to call them, with us, there is a level of spirituality, even in paganism, where, like, if you tap into certain spirits, like, they're your spirits.
Yeah.
Like they're there and they're gonna be protective and they're gonna see what you're gonna do, and you know they're not gonna shy away
Yeah.
and everything. And I'm learning that a little bit more as I, you know, work with other people with different spiritual practices and everything. And yeah, you'll have those who are very controlling and everything, but you also have those. It's like, okay, so as long as we're on the same page, I'll work with you and them,
Now, do you know who your spirit guides are?
I do.
Could you talk about it?
Yeah. Their name is Marcus.
Uh-huh.
And I guess Marcus has,
They?
yeah.
Is it multiple or is it?
So I have Marcus, who's one of them.
Yeah.
Elise is another. Daniel is another. And so those are the main three. My mom, I know is one of them, but she's like off to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
And so like with those three I just mentioned, Marcus, Elise, and John, or Daniel, excuse me. Marcus has always been with me since the very beginning. I was talking with someone years ago where like once we pass on, like my name is AJ, but once I pass, I am known as something else in the spiritual world with another name.
So
And-
go ahead.
No, so Marcus is part of my crew, if it were, in the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
So he's just helping me navigate through this more.
Was he a person before?
Yeah.
Who was he?
So right now, through a life regression ceremony, he used to be part of the French royalty
Okay.
at one point. And I guess I was some sort of like scholar at that time, and he and I became friends.
Oh, so you guys knew each other from a past life.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were a scholar in a past life. What else were you in a past life?
What do they say? I was a scholar in a past life. I was a priest in a past life. I was always doing something scholarly oriented,
Yeah.
justice oriented work, and something to do within religion or spirituality at some point. So I've always been in that in my various past lives. Like that's always been like the thread is that.
Nobody's ever just a peasant in a past life.
No,
Just-
no. I was like, I remember, I was like, so I wasn't a peasant. They go, no, you were just right in there from the very beginning. Like you're right there. And I go, really?
Yeah, interesting. I want to hear like, yeah, I was a drunken pervert in a past life, and I fell in mud and drowned. That's what I want to hear.
That was probably my past life.
That was,
yeah, honestly.
In the same past life regression ceremony,
Yeah.
I guess I was so known at one point as a scholar.
Okay.
I guess in the Renaissance period, that I knew people like Montague, and I was like yelling at them, like you need to listen.
You were Da Vinci.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, was I Da Vinci? Like they go, and I go, no, you're just someone you knew. I'm like, it doesn't sound like. I feel like I had to been part of Da Vinci's crew or the Medici family at some point, but okay.
Well, damn.
I'm learning. I'm trying to learn more about this past life regression right now.
Yeah. Have you just had one?
Just one. I'm trying to do like a few more with different people. Cause like paranormal, like I'm skeptic going into a place
Yeah.
until I experience it. Even Villisca, like that being my fifth or sixth time there. Even though I know something's going to happen, but I still want to know, like, okay, is this going to happen again?
Yeah.
If I unveil all these mirrors, like, is the same experience going to happen again? If I go to the kids' room and ask the same questions again, will I get the same responses again? You know? So, like, with these past life regressions, like I want to do with different people is to kind of get some sort of theme or some sort of thread that they all say, yeah, it's this, or is it something different?
Okay. So that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Marcus is somebody that you knew in the past. So you guys must have been really good friends if he's your spirit guide.
Yeah.
And then there was, what about the other ones?
So Elise and Daniel. I guess Daniel's the person who just kind of helps me along with like my academic stuff. Like he just like kind of helped me along with that kind of work. And Elise is just someone who just kind of helps me with like not my everyday life. Like if I just needed to like have like a second opinion
Yeah.
than what Marcus is telling me. It's like Elise, this is true. Is Marcus pulling my leg?
Yeah. So is she like a mother figure?
No, she's someone in her 30s.
Oh, so she's dateable.
That's a really hard thing to do. I mean,
You can make it work. Hey, if people make long distance relationships work,
oh, that's such a long distance relationship.
then you know what? It's just the other dimension which is kind of line. It's parallel to us, so it's not that long. You got this.
I like that positivity. You
Yeah,
got this.
you got this.
You got this.
I have a feeling you have a crush on her, don't you?
Actually, no. She's very helpful,
Yeah.
but no.
What was she to you in a previous life?
That's the part I'm still trying to figure out. This was during like a pendulum session I was having to like ask all these questions, and
Yeah.
sometimes my pendulum will indicate to me that portals are opening, and like a portal open, and I'm like, okay, who's here? And then I bring out my virtual Ouija board I'm like, okay, who are you? And they spell
Yeah.
her name out, and like her name spelled out. I'm like, okay, who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah.
You know, and so it's through a series of questions like, are you here to help me? Yes. Okay. With what? Everyday life? Sure. Great. You know, oh, you're here to help back up what Marcus is not telling me. Okay, cool. So that's Elise.
So it's like a family, really,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So you guys all are just like kind of, because you said that there's things that they don't tell you, so then she has to tell you. So-
Yeah, because I mean, spirits like they don't give guarantees.
Mhm.
You know, like they can't tell you, okay, here's the winning numbers for the lottery.
Why not though?
I know. I mean,
why
that's
not?
that's the thing. Because I don't feel like spirits that give future predictions.
Yeah.
They can help you with they can help us with the today.
You should be like, look, I don't want your life advice. I want lottery.
No,
ticket
sure,
numbers."
no, sure. But I think so. I've also said this to people too. We have like two different blueprints.
Mhm.
Okay. The universe, the spiritual realm, has a blueprint for us, and that's why we're here. And we create our own blueprint as to the things we want to do in life.
Yeah.
But sometimes those blueprints, you know, we can't see the other blueprint that the spiritual realm have that what we have. So all we can really do is say, okay, am I on the right path? Yes. Okay, go. So let's keep going right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? Okay, I need to go back and go left instead of right now. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Why do I feel disgusting? Yeah, I should never had a burrito at that one place. So thank you for that.
You probably don't need a spirit guide for that. It's just your stomach will let you know.
I know. So I mean that's all spirits can do is
Yeah.
like help us to indicate that we're on the right path on what we're doing and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like they can tell us it's like, okay, do not cross Fullerton at this time
Yeah.
because something's going to happen. I don't think they'll ever tell us that, you know? All we can do is be very cognizant of what we're doing and be present to receive those kind of messages
Mm-hmm.
and be like, you know what? I'm driving down Fullerton and I don't know why I need to turn right, but I'm going to turn right now.
Yeah.
And then you listen to WGN and they're like, oh, there was an accident at this corner. I'm like, I was going to
Yeah.
cross that intersection. Okay.
So maybe
Thank you, guys.
right. Yeah. So maybe it is them telling you.
Right. the closest thing. Well, I can say this for sure. So, when I moved to Milwaukee, it was like this kind of like this spiritual tug.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, go to Milwaukee, go to Milwaukee. I go, why? Why do I need to go back to Milwaukee? I mean, it's a fun town.
Yeah.
I have friends there, but why do I need to go back? Like, just go to Milwaukee. I said, okay, so I'm looking at Milwaukee. What do I need to do? Oh, look, there's a job opening at this university. Oh, okay. I'll apply. Oh, look, I got in. Okay. Now what? Go back to the neighborhood. Go back to the neighborhood. Okay. Go back to the old neighborhood I went to. Revisit with some old friends. Met some new ones, and
Yeah.
started, okay, this is interesting. And meeting other folks to the point where now I'm like, my friends and I have figured out that a decade ago we were always at the same place for different
Oh,
purposes.
interesting.
Because I go, I was at an event. Well, I was at an event too. Well, where were you at? I goes, oh, I was on the other side of the building. Well, I was over here. I'm like, how come we never saw each other? I don't know. And yet, a decade later, it's like, okay, now you can see each other.
Yeah.
So it's like, why 10 years ago no one brought us together, and now it's like, okay, you can now become friends now.
Yeah.
So like that's like for me an example of the kind of things that spirits are trying to like lead us towards something.
It's like there's a spiritual tether
Yeah.
connecting some and not connecting others. So like your friends, like that tether was there,
Mm-hmm.
and you were always meant to like regroup, and
Yeah, and we can probably do the same thing with you and I.
yeah, probably, honestly.
I mean, again, I was getting to the paranormal through everyone else, but I would say Tony is our connector
yeah,
in a lot of ways. So, even though we were doing different things, but at some point, it's like, okay, Jack and AJ need to meet at the Roth house
yeah.
while AJ tips tables and Jack is trying to figure out
What the heck is
why
going
is
on?
AJ tipping tables. And fast forward, we're not
This-
having this
yeah.
conversation.
Yes, this is the highlight of your life. This right here.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
It's all downhill from here. No, and we have other upcoming things that we're gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
as well together. So, that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's next on your journey then?
So I've kind of been, as I said, I've kind of been reading people now.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit more paranormal investigations to the point of like leading them instead of like going to them. The Villisca trip
Yeah.
that you were on was probably is the first like big. I'm planning it. Here's the people I'm bringing in. Here's a day and time I want everyone to meet at.
Yeah,
So,
that was the first time that you set up a ghost investigation, right?
yeah.
And so,
How'd I do?
no, it was good.
Was
yeah,
it?
We had Rob, right? We had fun there. Yeah, Rob was there too, and you said you're going to do another one at some point, right?
Yeah, I want to do like Villisca at least annually, but hopefully twice a year. I'm trying to go to like Edinburgh Manor, get back down to Ashmore
Oh,
Estates. I'll always go back to Brumder.
Yeah.
So like those are the kind of things I'm trying to do more of, but it's you and Tony I like kind of like observe and take notes on as to like how
Sure.
do you like find these places and
Yeah.
talk to these people, like cuz like a good example is the Belvedere Museum.
Yeah.
Cuz like that for me was, how does Jack know these random people at the Belvedere Museum. Belvedere has a museum,
Yeah.
and like that's like I'm like how, and that like encouraged me. I'm like, well, if this is a thing, like I want to do this too. Like
Yeah.
how's one do this?
Yeah. It's research. It's talking to people. It's it's talking to the people who have been there, talking to the owners, creating relationships. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because it's one of those things where it's. I want to say it's easy, but you have to have a drive to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you have to really want to do this, or else you're gonna fall off real quick.
I mean, have you imagined yourself leading investigations like you've been doing, or have you found like you've been doing investigations and now this has kind of been more a gradual, dare I say, lateral move?
It happened real. So when I first started hosting Ghost Investigations, I was doing it with a mutual friend, Tony, and then there was stuff that happened where I ended up, all of a sudden, and it was very suddenly, that I wasn't doing it with Tony anymore, and I was like, oh, now do I not do ghost investigations anymore?
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, I was like, no, I was determined, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do it, and my first one is gonna be a place I never been to. It's gonna be a place that a lot of people haven't been to, and I did. And my first one by myself was Allerton Mansion in Central Illinois, and I got 60 people to go, and they were all new people, and I did it over it was all in one night, but the 60 people I needed to divide it to 30 people, so 30 and 30.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's a whole long boring story, but I don't even remember your question.
No, because I was more curious as to, because I've kind of been doing.
I remember your question.
Kind of been motivated now to, instead of going to investigations,
Yeah.
to, well, why don't I do like what Jack and Tony do, and just offer like something else. Well, not something else, but like more options, if it were. Where it's like, you guys go to places you want to go to. Like, well, I also want to go here, and I want to go there, and just kind of like do that, because the more and more like I go to these places, it's like not only just fascinating, but trying to bring people that you like to work with and just come in there and collaborate and like, okay, so we're gonna do this, and let's figure out what's happening.
See, everything you're saying is the key to it, because if you're doing it with a mentality is like, oh, I see somebody could do it, like I could do it, the same thing too. You might be able to actually do it, but you're gonna fall off it really quick, or it's not gonna go well. But like with you start having like a bit of a passion
Mm-hmm.
for it. Like you start being like, I want this to not just be nonchalant. I want it to be an event.
Yeah.
There's people I want there. I have a vision in my vision. That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a vision about it, that's when it's going to work.
Right. And Villisca, I felt is that thing.
Yeah.
Where like, okay, I know
And it was.
what experience people are going to have, and I'm going to bring people. And I swear to God, I thought you were there. You went there before. People who haven't been there, only a small group have.
Right.
And having like different levels of experiences. People who have never done paranormal who are there. People who have been doing it for a lot of years. People who are mediums. People who are skeptics. And just have fun at this very active location.
Yeah. It was fun. It was possibly active. We saw a possession
Yeah.
that took place, or at least you did.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was it was a great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. And want to keep doing that. People are asking me in Milwaukee as if I know how to do this. Like, do something at the Ambassador Hotel in Milwaukee.
Well, that one might be tricky because they don't want.
Well, supposedly they do.
Oh, really?
Supposedly, like,
Oh,
the room's open. Like, anyone can book the room.
Really? Because I heard the opposite. We're talking about the Dahmer room.
Yeah, we're talking about the Dahmer room.
Because I heard that they don't even tell people what the Dahmer room is if you ask.
Oh, no, everyone in town knows what room it is. At least the people in Milwaukee.
Okay, because I'm things might have
Because
changed.
even my friend Kevin,
Yeah.
he and I are starting a podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the? Hold on, we'll get to. Hold on.
oh, no,
We'll get to that in a second.
We call that a preview. And one of the things is like, we should do it in Dahmer's room. And like you, I was like, that has. He goes, no. We can rent it out. Everyone has done it before.
Okay.
I'm like, if you can book the room, I will be there.
Yeah. Well, look, you're by Milwaukee. There's a lot of places that you could.
What a lot of people don't know.
A lot, right?
You know, I mean,
Pabst Mansion.
Pabst Mansion, Pfister,
Right.
Brumder Mansion. Do you know about Newhall?
No.
Newhall was like Milwaukee's Iroquois Theater. And there was a circus that happened in there too, and that burned, and a lot of people died in that fire and everything. Oh yeah, like there was like Dahmer
Yeah. Right.
happened. Shakers Lounge, which is
you
which
could
is
rent
interesting.
out the upstairs.
Upstairs,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, for how much?
Yeah, 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like,
I mean, I'll name names. So, like the guy who runs it,
Yeah.
this is what kills me. So there are spirits at Shakers.
uh-huh.
What kills me is this: it's a active cigar lounge and bar,
Yeah.
right? And they do tours every hour on the hour,
Yeah.
while people are patroning, you know. But then he has this thing where it's like, don't do a seance because the ghost keeps my business open.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, see, I'm okay respecting about not doing a seance, right?
Yeah.
But for you to say, I want to keep them here because it draws me business,
Yeah.
that annoys me.
Yeah.
I fully don't know, like, if we actually fully transition, if we pass and we transition, or there's a stage or more in order for us to transition. But if you're doing that kind of thing at Shakers, where it's like, you know, this is my business. This is the only reason why I'm staying open. The cigar and food, like, I can give a care about this. It's the ghosts.
I met the owner, and yeah, he's it doesn't surprise. Let's just say it doesn't surprise me what you're saying.
Yeah, and like, and have you had his food there?
I haven't. Actually.
Oh, you shouldn't. Let me tell you.
It's expensive.
Ooh, that's an understatement.
Oh man, it's expensive.
A sausage pizza. How much? How much do you think, Rob? A sausage pizza.
What size?
12-inch.
12-inch. What they're selling it for, or should I guess
What they're
it
selling
should
it for?
What, $25?
35.
Oh, what?
12-inch pizza
And
for $35.
and it's not even like wood fire.
Yeah.
It's essentially like Jack's Pizza that you get from.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, I was thinking like, oh well, 25. That's already a bit pushing it for a medium,
Yeah.
depending on which is sausage. But that's ridiculous.
You look at the menu at Shakers, and it's like on a low end, like $25.
Yeah, and their
Wow.
steak,
Okay.
a New York strip, $65.
Yeah, this podcast is not sponsored.
And if you read the very fine print of the menu, and it was like one of those days, like why?
Yeah,
It's his. Well, I don't know if you know this. So he used to be a chef
I didn't know.
for like Bill Clinton and
Oh, really?
and Bush. Yeah, he was that good, and yet he runs Shakers.
And yet he sells Jack's Pizza.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, like I've been around chefs of that caliber before, and I get it, but what's the hook here? So in the very bottom, it's like, disclaimer. If you're turned on by this food, that's not our problem.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna come back here ever again.
Wow. So if Shakers wants to sponsor us, please. Just, but yeah.
So always the running joke with our group is like, Shakers. I'm like, no.
you know.
No. In fact, if you go there, he on his roof, he projects on a building a block away ghosts.
Oh, does he?
To let you know, like, come to Shakers because we have the ghosts. It's like, I'm like, really, dude? Like,
Yeah. Oh no, when I met him, he was very about the commercialization
mhm.
of all the hauntings there. He was very much about that.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Mhm.
And then down the street, though, down the road, I went to what used to be called Club 319.
Yeah.
It's now called Wall
Yep,
Street.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Yeah, that's
it's a bar.
That's the bar
Um,
where Dahmer was at.
yeah,
Mhm.
but the owner does not want to talk about
No.
anything Dahmer related.
Oh no. No one
So-
does in Milwaukee, really.
I feel like I would if I had a business there.
It's just it's one of those interesting things of like there's some people who lean into like this happened, like we cannot dismiss like this didn't happen,
Right.
while everyone else is like, nope, this is horrible, this is bad, we don't want to talk about it, because we're just and people are just still feel like ashamed,
Mm-hmm.
like that happened,
Yeah.
and it's interesting also where the real like the whole Kevin 6 Degrees of Separation thing, like if you know someone game is
the
real.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, it's real about Dahmer,
Mhm.
because I know this many people who have a direct
Yeah.
communication with Dahmer.
Yeah, I've heard about this before. Isn't it eerie? Like for a guy who allegedly was antisocial, but see, I've done a deep dive into Dahmer, and like he was not antisocial. Actually,
No,
he was very like. So one of the things that a lot of people don't know about is that he would host barbecue parties outside his apartments,
oh really?
and a
Don't
lot.
tell me.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know if he was.
That's oh my god.
We don't know if he was selling the meat, or I mean, not selling the meat. If he was giving.
No,
the meat
no,
away.
no.
But
This just came to my mind. I'm like, oh my god.
he was hosting these barbecue parties with the local game bangers, and they all knew Dahmer. And former tenants of the apartment would say that, like, yeah, they would go in and out of his apartment as well. So it's like there's something going on there. He was not antisocial. He was actually very social. People would say, that they would see him like tell jokes and stuff, and we actually know in high school he was a jokester.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was called awkward in high school, but awkward doesn't mean antisocial.
No, and that's like the common theme
Right.
when I talk to people is like he was very an awkward person because everyone would see him around town.
Yeah.
My friend Malcolm, who threw him out twice on North Avenue
Oh, really?
at bars. Yeah, because he was awkward around people. He wasn't like antisocial. They didn't throw him out because he was antisocial.
Yeah.
They threw him out because he was just awkward and kind of like having like creep vibes
Yeah.
with people, and he's like, yeah, you gotta get out of here, you know. And so these people who I know, it's like so tell me your interactions. Like I'm like, he was just standoffish, you know. He was like just creepy, you know. But yeah, I mean, we would see him around town. You know, I would see him on the bus. It's because like the thing in Milwaukee, we call it small walkie, because for a town of 500,000 people,
Yeah.
it's a small town. Like I can see the same person 3 times throughout a day in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
and I try my best to like avoid people sometimes. And it's like how did I see you at Outpost, at Bliffert's,
Yeah.
and now we're at a bar that I didn't think you would ever go to? He goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop following me.
How many people are in Chicago?
My friend Paul was asking me this.
Young Jamie, could you find out for us?
Why do I want to say it's like 3.
How many people are in Chicago?
3.5 million, I thought.
3.5 million?
I think I'm underselling it. Wow, it's just gonna be like 10.5 million.
As of 2024, it's it looks like 2,664,000.
2 million. So
Yeah.
how many people are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
510.
And
Oh.
that's our show.
As as of 2025, 500,000 about.
500.
Mhm.
So, okay. So that's interesting. There's a lot of people, because the reason why I was curious about that is because you're right. Milwaukee is a big city, but it's like a small town.
Mm-hmm.
The few times I've been to Milwaukee, that's the feeling I got. Why is that? What's about?
So it's about. So if you were, ever took one of my geography courses, this is how I was like.
Because
So
you were a geography teacher.
yeah, at university, and I always talk about Chicago and Milwaukee a lot geographically, and the reason why is, you know, if you look at the expansion of the city of Chicago,
Yeah.
because if you look at it historically, Chicago used to be a very smaller town,
Right.
and then expanded,
Yeah.
as we know and love today. Milwaukee is relatively the same size. It's just it's expanded to some degree. It expanded a lot during the 40s and 50s. When Frank Zeidler, who was mayor, the socialist mayor, and he wanted to expand it to like different parts of the county, so people who would have access to the city that they wouldn't have otherwise if they live in the county and everything. So urbanization in Milwaukee didn't really like go as far as Chicago, and a lot of people in Milwaukee feel like upset about that, you know, because Chicago gets all the things that Milwaukee doesn't.
Right.
And it's like, I hear you and I agree with you, but you can't also not forget like the train tracks at the time.
Yeah.
That's where it went. So like Chicago, and then dip down to Gary and Toledo and out that way. You know, they never want to go to Milwaukee, you know? And so like so Chicago just became fortunate to become, you know, the face of the Midwest, you know, and then Milwaukee, you know, a lot of people in Milwaukee still feel like they're like the young sibling, and Chicago's like the older brother or sister, you know. And
Well, I mean, it is like that, isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah.
And because of that, a lot of people don't know like some of the gems that are in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
you know, and especially on a paranormal and occult level. Like there's some things that people just don't know about Milwaukee that are equal, if not somewhat better, than what Chicago has.
Yeah. I don't know about better. Let's not get into better. Look, don't talk about my Chicago.
I used to be from Chicago too. I mean, I get it, but
Are you from Chicago?
I wasn't born and raised, but
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
a
there.
significant amount of my life has been in Chicago
Okay.
on the South Side.
You have a podcast coming up.
I do have a podcast coming up.
What's
Well, you know, I have a
that
radio
one?
show.
What
I have
happened?
2 radio shows.
No, I didn't know that.
I thought I told you this.
Wait. Okay. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
What is this radio show?
So there's a radio show, River West Radio station.
Okay.
It's on 104.1 FM. You can also listen on riverwestradio.com or radio.garden on the app.
Yeah.
So I have a Wednesday show and a Friday show.
What do you say?
My Wednesday show is a half-hour show where I just talk about ideas, things like gentrification, urbanization. But I've also talked to things about like afterlife. What does that mean? Stuff like that. My Friday show is with my friend Eric, where for a whole hour we just like talk about things that are going on in Milwaukee and
Like
answer any questions and everything.
politics and
Politics and
society.
sometimes we'll talk about a cult and everything. I usually motivate that. Eric's like, I'm kind of squeamish because he doesn't like horror films and doesn't like to be scared. I invite him several times to Brumner. He goes, I don't want to be scared. I'm like, these are nice ghosts.
Yeah.
I
And
can take you somewhere in Indiana where there's like a lot of malevolent spirits.
yeah, freaking Indiana! I swear.
I know.
This
I know. So I have those. So I have those 2 radio shows. But my friend Kevin approached me to do the extra large medium podcasts,
okay.
and
You're medium. He's extra large.
yeah, we're both mediums, and we're both extra large.
What do you guys talk about?
So that is going to be. So we kind of feel, and you're doing this too. What you're doing is, have conversations with people, as well as, let's talk further about like, are there ethics when it comes to mediumship?
Okay.
Is there ethics into paranormal investigations? Is tarot card reading the end all be all
Yeah.
thing, or learn about what palmistry means, and is it really a farce, or is there something to be said that's what's on our hands and everything? Bring our friend Christina on about Reiki, what's why people should do Reiki, and then get into like some of the myths about Reiki and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where is this at?
So it hasn't
Oh,
launched.
right,
It hasn't
right,
launched
hasn't
yet
launched, yeah.
because some things have been going on. But what we also want to do is like not have like one location, but moving around the city to record. So like Brumner Mansion, the Ambassador Hotel.
Do you guys have the equipment already?
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, I have some stuff. He has some stuff.
Okay.
Fisher Hotel's another place we want to record at.
Yeah.
And hopefully while we're recording, like we get spirits talking
Yeah.
as a big EVP.
That's exciting. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know again the name of the radio station and the upcoming podcast and where we could find it.
So my radio show is on River West Radio, which you can find on riverwestradio.com. My Wednesday show is Study Session from 4 to 4:30. And my Friday show at 3 to 4 o'clock is The News Hole.
Okay.
Is that. And then
The news hole.
the podcast that's coming up is the Extra Large Midwest Mediums podcast. And I've also been developing a website called Mystic Scholar, where I kind of
nice.
fold in my spirituality, my paranormal stuff into that. And I also have both Instagram and Facebook, the Mystic Scholar, on there too.
Oh yeah, I am in a
Yeah.
Facebook one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, I'm glad that I've been on this journey with you and I've been seeing
Yeah.
it through, and so that's been, like I said earlier, that it's been pretty cool. It's been.
I'm glad you brought that up because
Yeah.
that's until you mentioned that I'm like, yeah. So you tell me
Yeah, yeah.
what
well,
you
I mean,
think,
yeah,
because
that
for
is-
me I can tell you, but
right.
to have an outsider. It's like, you tell me what you think the journey looks
And that
like.
is how I feel. It's like it's a little surreal, you know.
Yeah.
It's like oh, I knew this guy when he was not psychic, and now he's talking to the dead or communicating with the dead.
Yeah.
You know? So it's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted you on here, is to talk to you about that.
Oh, nice.
So that was awesome, and we will be seeing each other in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Conover Square.
Yeah, Conover Square.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, and I always look forward to talking to you, AJ. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's always a good time talking to you.
It's always nice hanging out with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming on, and we'll do this again.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Awesome.
Cool.